So the basis of this program was a workbook. It was about bringing households together in groups of 6 to 10 households per group, and they each household got a workbook like this, which was just full of practical tips of how to save energy. And you'll notice in there, why save energy? We were really promoting this as a way to save household bills, how to cut the cost of living. Yeah, you know, that's kind of common sense in a way. It's in 7 chapters, and you can imagine each one of those chapters is a meeting in somebody's living room. Yeah. So there's the first one is called Getting Started, which is just them meeting together for the first time, and the 7th one is Wrapping Up, which is just sort of closing the group. So you've got 2 sort of meetings where nothing happens really. But the chapters in between, there's 5 that follow specific themes. The first one is energy, the second one is water, next one is food, then waste, and then transport. So these are sort of 5 key areas that we chose to really focus on.
What was brilliant was after a few weeks of me moving here, there were adverts in the paper for transition streets groups to start meeting and to be supportive in Totnes. And all that you had to do, they were asking for people to get together and find enough people in groups to be together and find a group, say up to 7, 8, 9 people, 9 households to be together. We took it in turns to meet in different houses each week, and we also tackled all the issues each week. We read it like homework beforehand, and we'd meet up. Each time we met, there'd be somebody would be the cake maker, and somebody else would be the chair facilitating it. And always the person who facilitated the group, or I should say never, was the one whose house it was in. So if you were host, you didn't have the job of facilitating. Yeah, we became really good friends, and it happened really quickly that we would have a very good time together. There was something about having a focus, a structure, why we were meeting, and to really have issues and points to discuss. And everybody would speak. We'd make sure that there would be, even if you were shy, it wouldn't be just the people who were more brave to speak. We would make sure that this would happen because we wanted to be fair. And ways that we could insulate, so we were looking at insulation of the loft and getting the place well insulated from drafts everywhere. And that was like one of the most practical things that we could really do. And then the next week when we met, we were looking at water and our water use, and we decided that we would get water butts out there, that we would try using the bath to flush the loo, the water. I mean, you know, we did get a little bit of, you know, most of us ended up drenched when we did this, but it's like, you know, we did try, we all tried, and it was like, you know, yeah, we were very willing to give everything a go, and that was just the nicest thing. We were exploring everything, and we had lots of laughter in our group. The next one was food. That was really a good one for us, because you got some people who were very traditional. Well, I like my meat. I'm never going to give up meat. Don't make me into a vegetarian, ever, ever, ever. And that's, no, it's not about changing. It's just about maybe thinking how we buy it, how the meat has become on the shelf, how often you might, you know, just the quality of the life of the animal maybe. And so it was awakening. And none of this was about trying to be better than anyone else. We weren't trying to be more holy than anyone else in a fundamentalist way. So we questioned our use of the supermarket. We decided, all of us in the group, we weren't going to use the supermarket anymore. We decided we would, each of us, pledge that we weren't going to go in. And we said, okay, if there's an emergency, okay, we never know. If you see me, don't, you know, don't be cross or don't make me guilty. That nobody went to the supermarket. And what was great was that everybody reported a better quality of shopping. Because you go to the supermarket for one thing and you come out with 10, don't you? Things that are on special offer, and, oh, I didn't know I needed that. But you go into a shop because you want to buy sugar and biscuits, or you want to buy something and something, and you come out with those 2. Usually, you might buy 1 extra thing, but it's like, it was And we all said it was much nicer to shop local and to buy local things and to put our money into the local area and to, like the farm shop and go to the market and buy vegetables. Anyway, then we decided we'd try and grow things of our own in the garden, and that was a big challenge for us all. I mean, I couldn't do any gardening and never had done, so we all decided we'd try and plant vegetables. Last year and the year before, we were planting vegetables and we shared, and it was just nice, really nice. A lot of us went for the same things, you know, because they were easy, and we weren't necessarily gardeners. But, you know, it was still good that we were willing to get our hands and our arms muddy in order to, or earthy, to make these things. And it certainly was, it made eating much more pleasant to think that you could get it just from the garden. And it was easy. It was easy enough to do. When there's a sort of threat of the world not being safe for every reason, there's a lot of feelings of, oh, I don't want to go out because I don't feel safe as a woman, or as an older woman, or because the planet doesn't feel safe. Suddenly doing this and using a sense of awareness with how we are using our resources and finding roots of our food and getting together, it just made the world feel safer. Not just my little head and my little home and my little estate round here feel safer, it made everything feel safer. And that was a word that maybe it was peculiar to me, but I think other people could resonate with that, because there's a lot about this fear of the world not being safe, with for a variety of reasons, but one of them being because of what we're doing to the planet by overusing the resources.